Welcome to my Universal Studios Orlando theme park ride tier list. I was just at Universal Studios for 10 days, and I rode pretty much every ride. And I'm going to give my opinions on which ones are S tier all the way down to F. And then the not applicable tier is going to be the ones I didn't ride, which is very few. So this is at Islands of Adventure. It's based on The Incredible Hulk. It's a classic roller coaster, pretty straightforward layout. It has a launched start. It has like several inversions. It's pretty good. I definitely not S tier, especially because there's some really good roller coasters on this list. But I had fun on it. That's an A. Yeah, just a solid, really good roller coaster. There's not much special about it. It's just, the launch is probably the most interesting part because it kind of looks like you're just going up a lift, but then it launches out halfway through, goes through a little corkscrew and then a like double, like pretzel knot thing. And oh, I think this is the Storm. Okay, so I think these are all the Marvel rides. So we're starting with all the Marvel rides. They should have a Jeff the Shark water ride. That'd be so sick. Okay, this is literally the teacups, but it's themed after Storm, the X-Men. And so, yeah, it's trash. F. Okay, this is Doctor Doom. I didn't ride this. This is a drop tower ride. I didn't ride this because I wasn't interested in a drop tower thing. I'll put it in D because there's really no theming, but I'm sure it's like exciting. I've been on these before, so I feel like I can give my opinion. It's just a drop tower. The Spider-Man ride, however, is cool. And so this was like a moving car thing, and it like used a lot of 3D screens. It's a pretty old ride, but considering how old it is, I think the technology still holds up pretty well. It was fun. I enjoyed it enough that I rode it twice, but it's probably a solid B. The graphics are dated because it's like 20 years old. He appears on the ride in PS2 graphics. So this is, oh, that's that. Okay, this is the Popeye ride. This is Popeye's Bilge Rat ride or whatever. It's a river rapids. Did you say Popeye's Bulge ride? No, Bilge Rat. So it's a river rapids ride. You get fucking soaked on it. Yeah, it's like you're in like one of those circular boats and it's like splashing around in the river. There's waterfalls. There's guns shooting at you, like shooting water at you. It's really cool, actually. It has a fun little story. Like the idea is you're like going on Popeye's boat, but then like basically you go off course, like, oh, the bad guy, whatever his name is, he like turns the sign so you go the wrong way. And Bluto, yeah, that was his name. I would say B. But it's below Spider-Man. Spider-Man was more fun. This is all at Islands of Adventure so far. This was all Marvel Islands, Marvel Hero Island or whatever. And then now we're in Toon Lagoon. So they had a Popeye the Sailor boat ride. And then they had a Dudley Do-Right boat ride. This was a log flume similar to like Splash Mountain. You get absolutely drenched on that ride. I mean, it's like jumping into a pool. I mean, literally the drop, like you hit the water and like the water literally just pours into the thing. Like you basically get submerged for like a second. So like it's unavoidable. You're just going to get completely soaked on this ride. But it was fun. I would say this is also going to be B tier. I like water rides, so maybe I'm a little biased, but I think they're both pretty good. I think I liked the Popeye one a little bit better. Yeah, I'd probably put it right about there. This is the King Kong ride. So this one, the queue line is really cool. You start off going through like a cave, and there's some pretty cool animatronics. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I believe it's based on the Peter Jackson one with like Jack Black. But basically you're like exploring Kong Island. You get in like a Jeep. You go into like this cave and like the big doors open up and you go into like a cave and all that part's pretty cool. But once you get inside, it's basically a motion simulator with screens. I'm going to put it in C just because the theming around it is cool. If you've been on the tram ride at Universal California, they have the screen part, the main part on that ride, but they like basically flesh it out a little bit more in this one, so at least you get a full experience, but it's still just a motion simulator thing. I think those are not that great, so I'm gonna put it in C only because there's another one coming up that's basically that but even worse, and that's gonna go into D. This thing I did not ride because you can't ride it unless you have a kid with you, so I'm just gonna put it here. But it's a it's like a hanging pterodactyl thing that like is on a track and you're like hanging from it. You have to have a kid. It's for kids, so it's like you just kind of swing around. I don't know. It looks cute, but I'm just going to put it here because I didn't ride it and I have no clue if it's any good. This is the Jurassic Park boat ride. The Jurassic Park boat ride is cool. This is one of the few that I like better in California. I think this one's not as good in Florida. So if you've been on either of them, it's a river ride, and basically the idea is you're in Jurassic Park, like you're a guest at Jurassic Park, and then the boat basically makes a wrong turn and you end up in an area where the dinosaurs have escaped. but it's like weirdly short. I mean, the California one is like longer than this one, which is rare. Most of them are better in Orlando, but this is one of the few that I think is better in California. The drop is still awesome, but it doesn't have a lot of the animatronics. It's pretty dated, honestly. I really kind of want to put it in C, because I feel like these were way more fun and more lively and exciting. It's better than Kong, so I'm going to put it in C. Universal in Japan is more anime-centered. Is that true? I think an anime world at Epic Universe would be pretty sick, actually. Most realistic thing about Jurassic Ride is they continue to operate even though the dinos are on the loose. Yeah. Velocicoaster. This is the other ride in Jurassic Park. This one was the one that I was probably like the most hyped for. I was excited for... Was Freddy Fazbear there? And it did not disappoint. It was fucking awesome. It just launches you. It's more in like in the Jurassic World timeline, but the idea is that they built a ride inside the Velociraptor enclosure. It's just fucking awesome. Like, it's just an insane roller coaster. Like, it has like, it never stops going. Like, it just go, and like it twists, it goes fast, it's got crazy drops. That's S. That ride was fucking amazing. That was the coolest roller coaster. I'm just imagining a Velociraptor accidentally flies in front of a car while it's operating. Well, that's sort of what they try to simulate. There are Velociraptor figures that, like, you get pretty close to them, like it flies right by them, and they're kind of like jumping out, you know, but definitely one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on, for sure. Okay, so I believe this is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which, by the way, I didn't know if I was going to be able to fit on that ride, but I did. I was happy about that. I like this one better than the one in California. It's just a little bit cleaner. It doesn't use the 3D glass. I swear, the one in California uses 3D glasses, right? Am I crazy? The experience was kind of funny, though, because it started... You don't remember? Yeah, I could have sworn it was 3D, but I don't know. Maybe they updated it. I don't know. But Hyrule Castle? See, I think, Jordan, do you remember at Islands of Adventure, that area that's not really being used for anything? It's like Atlantis or whatever. It's like Greek mythology. I think you could easily turn that into a Breath of the Wild Hyrule. I've heard rumors that they might do that. It wouldn't be with Mario, but they do that with Harry Potter too. They split them up around the parks, so I don't think it's out of the question. Anyway, this ride's awesome. I think it's an A. I mean, this is a great ride. It's just amazingly themed. When you wait in line, you get to go through the castle. The ride itself is fun. It's just a great ride. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of mid in California, but for some reason I liked this one a lot better. I don't know. They're probably exactly the same, but in my head they were better. Flight of the Hippogriff is a kid's roller coaster. I waited like 30 minutes for this, and it's like a 20-second ride. It's so bad. I don't know if I should put it in F, though. It is for kids. But I feel like even kids would rather just ride, like, Spider-Man or Harry Potter or, like, I mean, they can ride all of these except maybe, like, the big coasters. So I feel like this is trash. Yeah, this ride sucks. There's, like, no theming. Yeah, this ride's trash. It's not even fun. Like, there's a pretty cool hippogriff animatronic, but, like, you can see it without riding the ride. So, yeah, no, this is an F. Oh, okay. This ride's fucking awesome. Okay, the motorbike thing, the Hagrid's motorbike roller coaster is amazing. You ride it like a motorcycle, and then there's like a sidecar. I got so lucky. I didn't do the single rider line because the employees were saying that like it's the same weight as the regular line, and I was like, well, I don't want to miss the queue line because the queue lines for these are like pretty impressive, especially the Harry Potter ones. So I was like, I'll just get in the regular line. I mean, literally at that point in the trip, I was down to like 3 rides to finish up. So I was like, I was literally there for that. So I was like, I'll just get in the regular line. When it was my turn, since I was by myself, but I was in the regular line, they put me with another single rider. And again, I had one of those fun little experiences where they put me with this girl who's by herself, and I was like, have you ever been on this? She's like, no, first time. And I was like, yeah, me too. Do you want the motorcycle or do you want the little sidecar? And she's like, I don't care, whatever. And I was like, well, I'm a little bigger, so why don't I take the motorcycle? I heard it's like better. Did you riz her up? No. No, CD, I did not. I think she was like 15, but it was really fun. We got the front row, which is rare when you're by yourself. It cut us off right on us, and I was like, dude, I think we're gonna get the front row. And she's like, oh, hell yeah. And so yeah, we got the front row, which is great on this ride because like you're on this motorcycle and you can just like, I mean, it really feels like you're just like, you can like lean into the turns and stuff. Really cool roller coaster. It goes forward and backward. It's also long. That's S. That was one of the most fun rides. This is the Hogwarts Express. I couldn't ride this because you have to have a park hop ticket or whatever they call it at Universal that lets you go between the parks, because it actually does take you between the parks. It's actually like a shortcut from Universal Studios to Islands of Adventure. So, but you can only ride it if you have that ticket, and I didn't have that. So this is the Dr. Seuss trolley thing. So they have a Dr. Seuss land that's super cute. I actually did ride these, even though they're for kids. Well, I rode 2 of them. The main reason I rode it was because I wanted to get a better view of Velocicoaster to get a picture of it. But it's cute. You have to remember it's for little kids, so I don't know where to put it. I mean, I think even kids would be kind of bored on it. Didn't Florida have the Nickelodeon studio? I think they did at one point, yeah. I don't think they do anymore, though. Yeah, I mean, it's trash, let's be honest. Like, it's even kids wouldn't like. This is the Dr. Seuss carousel. I'm just gonna put that in NA. It's a carousel. I didn't ride it. This is a kid's little Dumbo thing. I'm gonna put that there. I didn't ride that. Okay, so Cat in the Hat. I did ride this. It's a dark ride. It tells the story of the Cat in the Hat. Again, it's a kid's ride, so I can't really judge it too harshly, but I'm gonna put it in D above Doctor Doom, because at least it's themed. Yeah, Cat in the Hat, I mean, it's just a dumb little car ride. I mean, there's nothing really special about it. But if you have kids, and especially if they like Dr. Seuss, which I don't know if kids still read Dr. Seuss, but they should. Like, I guess if you have kids, it's probably a C tier, but this is my tier list, so I'm gonna put it in D. Oh, I didn't ride this. Despicable Me, I don't know what this is, so I'm not gonna rate that. Cat in the Hat was my favorite horror film. It's not based on the Mike Myers one. It's based on the book. Okay, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. This is bottom of F tier. I'm not even joking. It's a Minions thing, I guess, but you while you're in line, you're visiting like a villain con. I think it's like Despicable Me, Minions. I don't fucking know. I don't know those movies at all, but you're seeing all these little exhibits of like different like inventions for super villains. Honestly, that part was kind of cute. Then when you get on the ride, it's a moving platform that you stand on, and you get like a gun, and it's like a laser gun thing, and you shoot like the targets or whatever on the screens. You haven't seen Despicable Me? I have not. No, I haven't seen it. It's a conveyor belt. Yeah, it's one of those like moving things. Yeah, and you stand on it and you shoot targets, and it doesn't even work. Like, the gun doesn't even work, like, or at least it didn't for me. Like, it was so off, like, where I was aiming. So, like, by the time I figured out, like, how much I had to adjust to make it work, the ride was almost over. So, yeah, that's bottom of F tier. That's the trashiest trash ride I've ever been on. Okay, this is Rip Ride Rocket, which was the big roller coaster at Universal Studios. And I think now we're switching over to the main park, the Universal Studios park. So that's Islands of Adventure. Those are Islands of Adventure rides. Now this is all going to be Universal Studios itself. Rip Ride Rocket was a pretty cool roller coaster. It has a vertical lift, but not a vertical drop. It's got a steep drop, but not a vertical drop. It's got some pretty cool inversions and stuff. This was probably my least favorite of the big roller coasters. I don't know where to put this one. I'm thinking either A or B. It was a good roller coaster. Practically no theming, though, so I'm going to demote it because of that. I'll put it at the top of B. So yeah, there's not much to say about this roller coaster. It's good. The cool thing is you get to pick your music, so I picked ABBA. There's no inversions on Rip Ride Rocket. That's right, because it has that, like... That's right. It has the one loop, but you actually flip over at the top of it and then turn around again. That's right. You're right about that. It has the same type of loop that Blue Flux has in Bminutes World. You're right. I'm going to say B. It's not that great. Also, welcome in, Michael. That's another person I hung out with on the trip. Oh, I forgot to mention this. I got to spend a couple days at Disney, too, because of Michael. We used to room together when I worked for Disney, so he got me into... to Disney for a few days. That Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster, by the way, it's not going to be on this tier list because it's Disney, but that would be S tier for sure. That shit was awesome. Okay, Jimmy Fallon has a ride. I don't know why they gave Jimmy Fallon a ride, but they did. It's a motion simulator. Basically, the idea is you're going to the Tonight Show to see him, and the coolest part, honestly, is the line, because when you're in line, there is like a little mini museum for the Tonight Show, and it's kind of cool because it does like a tribute to like Johnny Carson and Jay Leno and Conan O'Brien and all the former hosts and stuff. So that was cool. That part was cool. And then you basically get on the ride, and it's one giant theater, and the whole thing kind of moves, and it's just a motion simulator ride, and it's really obnoxious. That's gonna be an F tier, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it at the top of F tier because at least it was kind of cool. You know what? Put it in D. I'll put it in D. I at least enjoyed it. I mean, there was no line. It was fun. I'll put it in D. It doesn't deserve to be an F. Okay, the Mummy is another roller coaster. This one is pretty awesome. Has great theming, fire effects, lots of cool images and stuff. Kind of short, but I liked it more than Rip Ride Rocket. I'm going to put it at the bottom of A tier. Yeah, I liked that one a lot. I mean, it's... That's a classic. I think Universal Studios, the park, not the resort, but the park itself is kind of missing like the point. Like, if it's supposed to be a movie park, the movies they picked are really weird. Like, one of their biggest attractions is The Mummy from 1999. You know, like the only like classic movie they have on here is E.T. But then it's like Minions and like I don't know. It's Transformers. Like it's just I don't know. I feel like they're not like hitting like the big classics. You know. So the Transformers ride is almost exactly like Spider-Man, except not as good, in my opinion. I'm also not a fan of the Transformers, so I will like concede that I might be a little bit biased because I thought this was more fun because I like Spider-Man. Transformers I thought was weaker. It's the same exact ride though. I mean, it's the same exact thing. So I'm gonna put it in C. Probably below Jurassic Park though, because Jurassic Park at least is iconic. This is the dumbest thing in the world. It's called Fast and the Furious Supercharged, and it's trash. It's exactly like the King Kong ride, except even worse, because you're in a party bus. Instead of a Jeep, you're in a party bus. And honestly, that was the coolest part, because everybody that in my car was hilarious, and they were all just like, yeah, let's go! Let's fucking go! And everyone's just like really hyped and shit. But then all it does is drive into the next room, and then like it just does this like motion simulator thing. They have way too many screens at Universal. So yeah, this is trash. I'm gonna put it in D. It's not F tier because it was kind of fun, but it's exactly like Kong, except worse. So I'm gonna put it right here. That seems like an appropriate place to put it. Honestly, actually probably put it at the bottom because I at least enjoyed these. Well, I didn't ride this, but it's a drop tower. You know what? Since I didn't ride it, let's just put it down here because I feel like that's not fair. It's going to mess up my rankings, so I'm going to put it down here because I didn't ride it. I feel like you can... No, you know what? I'm going to keep it where it was, but I'm going to put it there. That's what I'll do. The Gringotts Bank roller coaster. F is for Fast and Furious. It wasn't that bad. I don't regret riding it. I wouldn't put it in F because these were stupid. But I'm sure if you do like those movies, at least there's something you could get out of it, you know? According to Universal, Minions is more deserving of a ride than Back to the Future. Well, Simpsons, too. Simpsons is what replaced Back to the Future. We'll get to Simpsons here in a... In the Diagon Alley world of Harry Potter, there is a Gringotts Bank roller coaster. There's so many rides, makes me want to go. Well, there's 3 parks, so this is over 3 parks. We're still in Universal right now. We're going to get to Epic in a little bit, Luana Lee. This is based on the part in Harry Potter when he goes to the bank and he literally rides like that roller coaster, right, to get to his like bank vault. So it's based on that. It's a lot of screens, but the roller coaster portions are really good. I really enjoyed it. I rode it a second time because I liked it that much. The first drop is really good. The first time I rode it with Jay Tendo and we were in the front row. The second time I rode it, I was in the back row and it made the drop way scarier. And so I kind of preferred that to be in the very back. And the screens work really well. The special effects are really good. It's a pretty long ride too. I'm gonna put it in A. I'm gonna put it right up here with Mummy. I would say they're pretty much interchangeable. It's probably a little bit better than Mummy. Doesn't Disney own The Simpsons now? I know Disney owns a lot of this stuff. They own Marvel too, but Universal has specific contracts to use certain properties in the parks only. The Men in Black ride is a kind of slow-moving dark ride. It kind of spins. It gets kind of fast at parts. You're shooting aliens. Again, Men in Black, of all the movies, like it's supposed to be a movie theme park, but it's like The Mummy and Men in Black. I don't know. Like these are not like big movies. I mean, I know the Men in Black was a big deal when it came out, but I mean, come on. Like, is it really that big of a deal now? But it's a fun ride. I rode it twice in a row because there was no line, always a good sign. But the first time I rode it, I didn't understand how it worked. So it's a laser gun thing. You shoot the aliens. So I got a really shitty score. So I rode it again once I realized how it worked. And so I did a lot better the second time. But it's pretty mid. It's better than Kong. It's probably C tier. Okay, the Simpsons ride is another motion simulator. It's a screen. The main thing that's cool about this ride is that it's really funny. I mean, the script is funny, so it does a lot of parodies of Disney rides and references to Universal. Like, it makes fun of, like, Pirates of the Caribbean and Waterworld, and it has that Simpsons charm, you know? Like, a lot of the little videos, like the safety videos and stuff are all funny. So for that, I give it some credit. It's not the greatest ride in the world, but I would probably put it, like, at the high end of C tier. Maybe right about here. Jurassic Park's better. Yeah, I'd probably put it about right there. What is that? Anybody have an idea what this is? There's 3 rides left. There's this, E.T., and then I think this is the Trolls roller coaster, which I didn't ride, so I'll just put that right there. That's a kid's roller coaster. I didn't ride it, so I'll just put it there. Does anybody know what this is? I hate the Trolls. Yeah, I know, me too. I didn't even go in this land, so I think this might be a Shrek thing. I didn't do it, though, so I'm just going to put it here. I can't tell what that is. E.T., however, is a good ride. It's a classic. They need more stuff like this. Classic movies that are iconic. E.T. better be S tier. I don't know about. I know you love it. I can't put it in S, but they need more rides like this. It's really good. It's in California. Yeah, they don't have it in California anymore, but they have it here there in Florida. And it's still cool. I like that, you know, Steven Spielberg's in it. The queue line is really cute. They still, like, write down your name so that, like, he'll say it at the end. And, like, it's just a cute ride. You ride on a little bike, and it's a hanging thing. Yeah, it still does that. Yeah, and so it's just a cute ride, but I can't put it in S. It's not Velocicoaster or Hagrid. So, but they need more rides like this, because a lot of these dark rides are not very great. Like, this is a classic dark ride, very detailed, lots of water effects. I'll put it in A. The only reason I'd ever want to go to Florida is for the theme parks. Now, there's lots of cool stuff in Florida. I like Florida. I mean, I lived there for 3 years in Orlando and then a year in Sarasota. Okay, Stardust Racers. This ride was crazy. So you need to look up a video of Stardust Racers. It's a dueling coaster, 2 tracks that go right by each other. And it's in Celestial Park, which is the main area of Epic Universe. All the rest of these are Epic Universe. It is a brutal roller coaster. I mean, it just does not stop. Like, it launches you out. You just go the whole time. It goes fast. It's got crazy twists, crazy drops, so much airtime. At nighttime, it looks insane because the trains light up, and the way they twist around each other. Like, a lot of dueling coasters, you just kind of go by the other train, but this one, they, like, dance around each other. Like, it's almost, like, beautiful. Like, insane ride. I rode the yellow side twice, and then I rode the green side at night, and I think the green side's supposed to be a little more intense, because it has one really crazy twist, like, over the other one, or something or other. I don't know. This was my favorite ride. This was so awesome. I would say it's more intense than Velocicoaster, but I think it's debatable. I think it depends on what you find more intense. Because Velocicoaster has a lot more unique elements, whereas Stardust is a lot more just kind of up and down. But it's aggressive. Like, it just doesn't stop. So cool. Whiplash and spinal readjustment. No, it was smooth though. I mean, you didn't. It wasn't rough at all. It was smooth. I've mentioned it before. I don't know how to catch my breath at high speeds. I didn't used to have this problem as a kid or a teen, though. Yeah, so you wouldn't like these. These are probably too fast, because, like, they don't even have, like, lift hills. They just fucking launch. Like, it's crazy. This is the carousel at Epic Universe. It's absolutely gorgeous. I didn't ride it, but I feel like it's a fucking carousel. I can rate it. I saw it. I saw what it looks like. It's beautiful. For a carousel, it's beautiful. I'll put it in D. Because of the theming, I'm going to put it above all of them. But it's a carousel. Oh, you couldn't even breathe on Tower of Terror? Oh, yeah. So a lot of these would be a lot for you, yeah. Yeah, all of the, like, this one, they all have launch starts. Like, none of these rides have lift hills. Okay, Mario Kart. This ride, obviously, I'm biased because I'm a Mario Kart fan. It's a slow-moving dark ride with a AR helmet, where you can see the other racers like Mario and Peach and Yoshi and Bowser and all of them. You can see them racing around the track, and you can also throw shells by looking with your eyes at the targets, and then you push buttons on your steering wheel. You're also supposed to steer, like, it'll tell you when to turn and when to not turn, and you get extra coins by doing that. Super Nintendo World has a whole app with coins and all that stuff, but honestly, I think the game element with the AR goggles kind of takes away from the ride. I don't think you need that. I thought aiming at the targets and, like, having, like, blooper ink sprayed in my face, and, like, I was just kind of like, I just want to see the animatronics, and I just felt like it wasn't necessary. It's a B tier. It's probably, like, it's probably the top end of B. Partly because I love Mario, so I'm a little bit biased, but the animatronics and the figures and the ride itself are great. It's not fast at all, which feels weird for a racing game. Like, I would have much rather just gotten rid of the AR stuff and made it like not like super fast, but, like, you know, like maybe a little faster than the Spider-Man ride or something. I don't know. Oh, this is the Yoshi one. So the Yoshi ride is a slow-moving omni-mover that has indoor and outdoor sections. It takes you around Super Nintendo World. It's, you know, it's a kid's ride, but this is the kind of kid's ride I like, where, like, if you like the theme, you enjoy the ride. I got a yellow Yoshi when I rode it, though there was a purple one, but that's not the one I got. And I actually streamed this one over Discord to Delta, so we got to kind of, like, virtually ride it together. That was kind of cute. That you get to see Captain Toad. That's cute. You get to see Baby Peach. That's a little bit of a deep cut character, kind of. And then the wheelchair accessible car was an egg. S tier? No, it's not S tier, but it is good for what it's going for. I like it. I don't like it more than Mario Kart though, so it's got to go somewhere around here. I would probably say that I like it about the same as Spider-Man, and just because it's Yoshi, I'll put it above Spider-Man. All right, Donkey Kong coaster is amazing. This is the coolest thing. The Donkey Kong coaster is a minecart roller coaster. It appears to jump track. Yeah. So I had this idea when I was a kid. I had this exact idea, and now it's real. So they pull it off by having like the car here, and then there's like a support beam that holds up the car, and it's like it's holding it up to down, you know, about this far, and it's on. And then it connects to a hidden track down here, and then there's fake tracks in between. And so basically it'll be riding around like, oh, I guess you can't really see my hands, but yeah, like it'll be riding around like this, you know? And so it's held up fairly high, and then, yeah, sometimes the track will just disappear below you. So like, how was the effect? Yeah, it works. I mean, it works really well. I mean, you know, you launch out of the barrel and it kind of does like a slow motion thing, which I thought was cute. I wasn't expecting that, but it was smart that they did that because it showed you like what the gimmick is going to be. So you fly out of the barrel and then there appears to be no track below you. And then you can see the track ahead of you, and you're like, oh shit, and then it like basically lands on that fake track and then goes around the rest of the ride. And so it's smart that they did that. It's on a gimbal basically. I guess is that what it's called? Yeah, it's basically just like, instead of resting right on the track, it's just like 10 feet above the track, and then there's a fake track here. That's all it is. I mean, I had this idea when I was like 13, and then now it's real. The whole Donkey Kong Land is phenomenal. I mean, I think if it was just a little bit longer, it would be an S tier for me. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right at the top of A. Okay, so this is Curse of the Werewolf, I think, is a spinning roller coaster in the Dark universe, and it's themed after a werewolf. The theming surrounding the coaster is really cool. It's kind of like a gypsy kind of encampment thing, and you but then you get on, and it's like, it's just a spinning roller coaster, and there's not much to it. I mean, it has a really cool werewolf figure that like kind of pops out. We rode it at night, and you couldn't really see anything because it was like pitch black, but I kind of think that was probably the optimal way to ride it. It's fun, probably like a C tier. Yeah, that's probably where I'd put that. I mean, it's kind of an out-of-the-box coaster. I mean, they sort of just like plopped it down Roller Coaster Tycoon style and put some werewolf stuff around it. That's really all it is. But it's a fun ride. I mean, I was planning on skipping it because I thought the park was going to be packed and I wasn't going to get to do everything, so I put that on my like skippable list. But since we got to do everything, I went ahead and hopped on it. This is called Monsters Unchained: The Frankenstein Experiment or something like that. It's inside Castle Frankenstein, and it's like this is like the big ride for the Dark Universe. It's just like Forbidden Journey in terms of like the vehicle. So the Frankenstein thing, it's like Harry Potter. It's one of those robot arm things that kind of moves you around in any direction, but it's way less screens. Awesome animatronics, like some of the best animatronics I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the Frankenstein literally walks out, and like there's a floating Dracula that looks awesome. The werewolf thing looks awesome. I mean, all of the animatronics in this ride are like amazing. Pretty intense too. I mean, it's not scary really. It's just like it moves pretty fast. It swoops in all directions, so you never know which way you're gonna go. I mean, it feels like you're like in a movie scene where like the camera, you know how like in some movies the camera like flies around into different scenes and stuff. It's like that. It has monsters from like all the different classic monsters, werewolf, Dracula. Queue line's amazing. You go through, there's like multiple like opening show scenes that are both really cool. The castle is incredible the way you walk through it. This is also an S tier. I would probably put it above the motorbike thing, honestly. I liked it that much. As a theme park ride, this is the kind of shit I like. This one is the big new Harry Potter ride at Epic Universe, which is themed around the battle at the Ministry of Magic. So Dolores Umbridge, you know, like the biggest bitch and like literature history. Like, she goes on trial, and you're basically, the idea is that you're there to see the trial. Now, the land of Epic Universe is based around like 1800s France, but the ride takes place in London, which seems weird, but they justify it. So you're in Paris. That's where the land is. So there's like, everything's French. There's like a circus show, and then you go to like basically like the train station, and you use flu powder, just like in Harry Potter, to teleport to London. I guess you teleport through time too. As you're in line, you start off in Paris, and you're like in like a metro station basically, and then when it's your turn, you go through this tunnel, and right as you walk through, the smoke just billows around you, and then when you walk through it, suddenly you're in the Ministry of Magic, and it's an incredible reveal, because I've never seen a theme park ride have a line with a room this big. You go through the little tunnel, and then all of a sudden you're just in this giant hall, and I'm talking huge. Like, this one room is bigger than all of Princess Peach's castle, and you're there for an hour and a half, but it's but it's worth it because it's pretty awesome. And then eventually you go through like the offices of the Ministry of Magic, and there's some pretty cool animatronics and paintings that talk and stuff like that. And then the ride itself is like kind of like you get in like an elevator, kind of like Tower of Terror, but it's not a drop tower ride. It does use a lot of screens, but they're probably the most impressive screens I've ever seen. It doesn't feel like you're just watching a screen. It feels very real. I don't know if I want to put it in S tier though. I think I liked it a lot. I think it's probably the top of A, but I don't think it's up here with these. Like, I think these are like just more solid, because I do think like as a ride, it was really just more of spectacle, you know? I mean, there were a few little drops here and there, but I wouldn't wait 2 hours for it again. You know, like, I don't know. It was, yeah, I would put it at the top of A. This is the spinning ride at How to Train Your Dragon. So these are all How to Train Your Dragon rides. This is a spinning flying thing. I didn't ride this one because I'm not really into like spin rides. We have one of these in Bminutes World. That the jet plane thing in Bminutes World. That's exactly what this is. There's 2 of them. It looks really cool, but I didn't ride it. I do think that I know these kind of rides. I think I can judge it. I'm gonna put it right here above Dr. Doom. And then, oh, this is the boat thing. Okay, so How to Train Your Dragon also has a boat ride called Fire Drill. It's kind of a game / ride, and you have water guns, and you have to shoot targets, and you spray the targets, and if you hit them, the little targets spin, and then some of them will trigger more water to shoot out. And I couldn't tell if it was supposed to get you wet or get your opponents wet. I wasn't sure what was going on with that, because it sounded like if I hit the targets, it would get the other people wet. But it seemed like it was just getting me more wet. I don't know. It was a kind of a silly ride. It's okay. I mean, I would probably put it in like the C range. I mean, it's better than Kong. It's better than Men in Black. It's probably right about Jurassic Park level. And then this leaves Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which is the How to Train Your Dragon roller coaster. This was a surprise hit for me. I was not expecting to love this ride as much as I did. This one was kind of a surprise. I was kind of writing it off as a kid's coaster, and it's not scary, but it's a better roller coaster than I was expecting. The idea is you're training to like fly a dragon, and so you're on like a mechanical dragon basically that Hiccup created, and so you pull out and you kind of like fly over here, and then you get to a place where like he's trying to put the wings on, so like these wings come down and they're like supposed to attach to the train, but like Toothless like hits the button like too early. He's like watching, and then there's an animatronic of him, and he like just hits the button, and then Hiccup's like, wait Toothless, we're not ready yet, and then you just launch off and you just fly off without the wings basically. And it's a surprisingly fun roller coaster. You know, it does a cute thing where like, since you didn't have the wings, you like don't make it up one of the hills and you like roll backwards, and then you got to launch again. And then the last section, like, I don't know, I got chills. This was one of my favorite things that happened, I think, in all these rides, is like the way that music kicks in, was like, dun 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 dun, and you like go like by the water and you fly around. This was a great roller coaster. I mean, it's a family coaster. Anyone can ride it. It's not scary, but it's fun as hell. That's S. I don't care. I'm putting it up there. I rode it 5 times. I loved it so much. I don't even care. That thing was so fun. And every time I rode it, everybody was just like, yeah! Everybody was just like so hyped. No, My Girlfriend Loves How to Train Your Dragon. I love it too. It's a cute movie, and they nail the charm with it, you know? I mean... Oh, it's so cute. I mean, when you walk into the park, like every portal has a little message. So Nintendo says, "Here we go." I love that. Here we go. But then the How to Train Your Dragon one says, "We, my friends, have dragons." And then the Dark Universe one says, "It's alive! It's alive! Let's go!" Oh, the ads are loud. Yeah, I've heard they've been doing that lately. I'm pretty happy with this tier list. There's not too many in each category. I mean, these are all ones that I just either didn't ride, don't know anything about. There's a couple of these I didn't ride, but I feel like I can judge them based on what they are. I mean, I think everybody knows what a drop tower is, you know. This feels about right. I mean, I think if you're like a big Harry Potter fan, I could see this being an S tier ride. It definitely has the production value of an S tier ride. Yeah, I think I would be happy with this being S tier, but look at this. 3 out of the 6 S tier rides are Epic Universe. Yeah, my favorite ride was Stardust Racers. Absolutely incredible. And when I rode it the first time, I rode the yellow track, and then the second time I rode the yellow track again, because I fucked up in my head and I thought that I rode the green track the first time. But apparently the green one is a little bit more intense. That's what I read. And I rode it at night during the nighttime fountain show thing. So when I was going over those giant hills, the entire park was lit up. Water was spraying everywhere. There was flashing lights and music, and it was just like probably the coolest roller coaster I've ever been on. So this was definitely my favorite. Velocicoaster was a close second. But yeah, Velocicoaster was a close second. I think as a traditional coaster, this is probably the greatest roller coaster I've ever been on, just as like a traditional coaster. This one's just something else, man. Stardust is just on a whole other plane. Like, the water shows were always great when I went there years ago. Yeah, but keep in mind, this is brand new. This park just opened a week and a half ago, and it's on a whole other level. I mean, everything about Epic Universe. Like, think how far we've come with theme park technology. Epic Universe is, like, on a whole other... Like, it's like... You know how, like, when they add something to Disneyland, it's like that one thing is super awesome, but, like, they kind of have to, like, squeeze it in to an old park? Epic Universe was built with all of this in mind. So it's just, like, it's just on a whole other level. It's my new favorite park, for sure. I mean, even when you, like, use the lockers, I mean, they scan your face, a locker opens, you put your stuff in there, shut it, you go on the ride, you come off, you scan your face, it opens on the other side, you take your stuff, and you go. I mean, it's like there's no fumbling through your shit for your ticket or any of that. When you order food, you just walk into a food place, sit down at some table, scan the thing, order something on your phone, somebody brings it to you. I mean, it's a whole, it's next level. But yeah, on Hiccup, I was like, dun, 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 dun. I was just like loving life, you know? Fun times.